It's the NFL on EA Sports. All eyes are on Mike Evans, author of an 1,100-yard season so far, and hoping to...
Venezuelan-born Jose Borregales has us just about set to get started.
And off we go on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early and back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them when they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, 72 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. And Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were strong last week, CD, and won over New England.
As in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes
the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised him and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's a staple in this offense. Drag it out to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break up much more yardage after the catch. It's still an effective gain, nonetheless.
Way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Fournette, a first down carry.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where the low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
Fournette is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Fournette again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Buccaneers have taken the lead.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That run into place as a 12-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Second down, and this one incomplete.
Top series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does. And I know if one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball is gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He'll try again, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Miami set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Bucs at 11-2 now. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Up the gun, Fournette. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Holding, offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's White.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Chris Godwin
from 13 yards out.
And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Now, it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 12, Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A misconnection here. He's had just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
He's got Otten. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
No problem there on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half.
And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Okay, Brandon, time for a...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He completes it to Evans.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Fournette running right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
I think this will run wide very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Evans has it left side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Tua. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. He'll take it at the 42. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 2nd half in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Sam Darnold leading the charge offensively. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 103 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. It's a 10-yard pickup, and he moves the chains. A handoff to Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Quick slant to Otten. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to tone them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys got to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Now Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out come the Bucs now.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Give him 32 on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Trap 60, trap 60.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
And he returns this to the 22.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Cougar 19. Ready.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Throwing his Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get